A well-designed security roadmap translates vision into action. It takes the aspirational goals expressed in a strategy or charter and turns them into a structured, time-bound plan for maturing the organization's cybersecurity posture. The roadmap provides direction, defines priorities, and establishes accountability, allowing teams and executives to work from a shared understanding of what progress looks like. It also serves as a communication tool, demonstrating to boards, auditors, and stakeholders that the organization has a deliberate path for improving resilience. Without a roadmap, even strong strategies risk stagnation. With one, security initiatives become cohesive, measurable, and aligned with business objectives. An effective security roadmap is both strategic and actionable. It must balance long-term ambition with achievable steps, setting realistic timelines while remaining flexible enough to adjust to new threats and regulations. Projects should be prioritized based on their potential impact, resource availability, and alignment with the organization's risk appetite. The roadmap should also be visual and easily digestible, conveying complex plans in ways that resonate with both technical teams and executive leadership. Its greatest strength lies in clarity. When everyone understands where the program is heading and why, execution accelerates and accountability deepens. The inputs that shape a roadmap come from across the business. Risk assessments identify the organization's most significant vulnerabilities and exposures. Audit findings reveal compliance or control gaps that demand attention. The broader business strategy provides insight into upcoming projects, mergers, or innovations that may introduce new risks. Regulatory obligations dictate mandatory initiatives that cannot be deferred. When combined, these inputs ensure that the roadmap reflects a comprehensive picture of enterprise priorities, transforming scattered data into a single, coherent plan that aligns protection efforts with organizational growth. Defining objectives gives the roadmap its structure and purpose. Objectives should reflect both tactical and strategic goals, improving governance, enhancing detection and response, and securing emerging technologies such as cloud or mobile environments. They should also aim to strengthen business continuity and recovery programs, embedding resilience into the company's DNA. Objectives help translate technical work into business outcomes, reducing downtime, protecting customer data, and preserving trust. When objectives are framed in terms of value delivered rather than technology deployed, they resonate more deeply with executive decision-makers. Short-term initiatives provide momentum and visible progress early in the roadmap's lifecycle. These quick wins often address critical vulnerabilities or compliance gaps that pose immediate risk. Examples include security awareness training, phishing simulations, accelerated patching, and initial deployment of basic monitoring capabilities like SIM systems. Completing short-term projects builds credibility, secures executive confidence, and sets a foundation for more ambitious initiatives. In addition, they energize teams by showing measurable success, proof that the roadmap is more than a document, it is a catalyst for real improvement. Medium-term initiatives deepen capabilities and expand the security program's reach. They may include developing advanced incident response playbooks, integrating identity and access management solutions, implementing compliance automation tools, or establishing formal vendor risk management programs. These projects typically span 6 months to 2 years and require sustained cross-functional collaboration. Medium-term initiatives represent the build phase of the roadmap, where foundational controls evolve into coordinated frameworks. As they mature, they position the organization for scalability, regulatory alignment, and consistent control enforcement across departments and regions. Long-term goals represent the organization's vision for future state maturity. They focus on transformational outcomes, adopting zero-trust architectures, embedding DevSecOps into software pipelines, expanding analytics and AI-driven defenses, and harmonizing governance globally across multinational operations. Long-term initiatives are inherently strategic. They require executive sponsorship, sustained funding, and integration with enterprise technology plans. Achieving them signifies not only security maturity, but organizational evolution, where protection and innovation are inseparable. Long-term objectives turn cybersecurity into a sustained competitive advantage rather than a compliance exercise. Prioritization is the decision-making engine of roadmap planning. Every initiative must be weighed against risk appetite, cost, regulatory urgency, and return on investment. Frameworks such as cost-benefit analysis or risk-ranking matrices help executives visualize trade-offs and allocate resources wisely. Prioritization also provides transparency. Leaders can see why certain projects advance first and how decisions support broader risk reduction goals. By aligning project order with governance priorities, the roadmap remains agile and defensible. When challenged by auditors or stakeholders, leadership can point to objective, risk-based rationale rather than intuition or convenience. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are other prepcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Dependencies and sequencing define the operational logic of a roadmap. Each initiative should be analyzed for prerequisite activities and potential resource conflicts before execution begins. For instance, implementing an identity management system might depend on first completing directory service upgrades or policy redesigns. Sequencing ensures that projects build on one another efficiently, minimizing rework and downtime. It also aligns cybersecurity activities with larger enterprise or IT roadmaps, avoiding competition for shared resources such as developers or infrastructure teams. When dependencies are documented clearly, project managers gain the foresight to plan realistically, maintain momentum, and keep stakeholders informed about how efforts interconnect. Resource and budget planning bring the roadmap to life by linking ambition to feasibility. Each initiative must have cost estimates for staffing, technology, and training, supported by realistic timelines. Budget requests should tie directly to roadmap priorities and the organization's risk tolerance, demonstrating that every dollar contributes to measurable risk reduction. Multi-year programs must include sustainable funding models to prevent progress from stalling midway through execution. Resource alignment reflects organizational maturity, showing that leadership understands the scale of its security ambitions and has planned accordingly. Transparent financial planning not only builds executive trust, but also reinforces the roadmap's credibility. Communication of the roadmap is essential to its success. Executives require concise presentations that emphasize strategic outcomes and risk mitigation, while technical teams need detailed breakdowns for operational planning. Visual formats, such as one-page charts or milestone-based dashboards, help stakeholders see timelines and dependencies at a glance. Regular updates maintain momentum and demonstrate accountability. When shared effectively, the roadmap becomes a unifying narrative that connects every level of the organization around common objectives. Transparent communication fosters engagement, turning the roadmap into both a planning document and a cultural instrument of collaboration and trust. Metrics track the health and progress of roadmap execution. Quantitative measures, such as the percentage of initiatives completed on schedule, reductions in identified risks, or improvements in audit scores, provide clear indicators of value. Maturity models can show advancement through stages of governance, detection, and resilience. Metrics should be reviewed at regular intervals and reported to governance committees and the board. They transform the roadmap from a static plan into a performance management tool, offering tangible proof that the organization is evolving in measurable ways. Metrics also help recalibrate priorities, ensuring that outcomes remain aligned with business needs. Governance oversight keeps the roadmap anchored in accountability. Dedicated committees or councils should review progress, reassess priorities, and resolve escalated issues. These bodies ensure that projects remain aligned with enterprise risk appetite and resource constraints. Regular inclusion of roadmap updates in board-level reporting reinforces the importance of security within corporate governance. Oversight mechanisms ensure decisions are made based on data and performance, not assumptions or politics. Effective governance balances empowerment and control, providing flexibility for managers to adapt while maintaining executive visibility into progress and risk posture. Common pitfalls in roadmap creation can undermine even the most promising initiatives. Overloading the roadmap with too many projects leads to fatigue and delays, while neglecting dependencies causes misaligned schedules and implementation failures. Some organizations rigidly adhere to outdated plans, losing agility when threats or regulations change. Others struggle when executive sponsorship wanes, leaving teams without the support or resources needed to execute. Avoiding these mistakes requires restraint, adaptability, and consistent communication. A good roadmap evolves as lessons are learned, maintaining balance between ambition and realism. Best practices for roadmap development emphasize phased, iterative progress. Delivering incremental value through smaller milestones demonstrates effectiveness early and maintains executive confidence. Collaboration across IT, legal, compliance, and business functions during the design stage ensures alignment and feasibility. Benchmarking against industry peers provides useful context, helping organizations set realistic targets and identify emerging trends. Most importantly, the roadmap should be revisited annually or more frequently in fast-moving sectors to remain responsive to changes in risk and technology. A roadmap that continuously refines itself stays relevant and credible. Global and multinational considerations add layers of complexity to roadmap execution. Regional regulations, such as GDPR or sector-specific privacy laws, can significantly influence priorities and timelines. Executives must balance global consistency with local compliance, ensuring that standards remain harmonized but adaptable. Roadmaps should include regional subplans that address specific legal or cultural contexts while feeding into an overarching global strategy. Consistent reporting schedules across jurisdictions simplify oversight and reinforce enterprise-wide accountability. In a multinational organization, a harmonized roadmap is not only a tool for security, it is a mechanism for unifying diverse operations under a shared vision of protection. Continuous improvement ensures the roadmap remains a living document. Lessons learned from completed projects feed into future planning cycles, sharpening focus on what drives the most impact. Incident analysis and emerging risk assessments adjust priorities, while maturing technologies, such as automation or AI, are integrated as they become viable. This iterative refinement keeps the roadmap synchronized with evolving business strategy and risk landscapes. Continuous improvement transforms the roadmap from a schedule of tasks into a dynamic governance process that continually propels the security program forward. In conclusion, a security roadmap serves as the bridge between strategy and execution, transforming vision into actionable, phased initiatives. It synthesizes inputs from risk assessments, audits, and enterprise strategy to guide investment and resource allocation. Through clear metrics, governance, and communication, it ensures progress is measurable, visible, and accountable. An effective roadmap evolves with time, adapting to change while maintaining focus on long-term resilience and trust. When executed with discipline and flexibility, it becomes not just a project plan, but a living expression of the organization's commitment to sustained, strategic cybersecurity excellence.